How are you doing? Saturday, huh? Skip the last one, but here I am now. So no complaining. What are we doing? We are doing. Where is it? Just. Let me just disable something. I don't need you to be seeing everything. I need you to be seeing this. Just a sec. Huh? And then that, and then where exactly is it? Okay, I hope that you will be able to see this. Hello? No? Wait. Yeah, there we are. Okay, cool. All right, so you know the drill. You know how this is gonna go. But before we go into it, I'm gonna tell you that, yeah, finally, I'm sorry, okay, but like I can't not be happy, okay. If you have the context, then you do, and if you don't, then you know before you just get the fucking context from my YouTube channel about what has been happening. But yeah, no more fucking no more fucking you know the person I was talking about, right? Done, Danzo. That's it. Despawned for real this time. Not a fucking not a false report, not a false alarm. Just yes, and whew, okay, that's definitely something. That's definitely something. I'm not gonna talk about that, but I just had to share that. My God, fucking finally. That's it. Okay, you don't need to know anything more. I don't want to spend any more time on that one. Go get your context, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. And if not, then that's fine. You know, this doesn't mean anything to you, and that's that's great. Yeah, that's actually great as well. In other news, I don't know why I have this weird like style right now with you, but yeah, I'm kind of like I'm excited even thinking about it. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, that happened. I'm free, you know, Dobby's free. All that shit. Anyway, but beyond that, I have to say, oh, Joe moved in earlier. My flatmate moved in earlier than expected. And we are kind of like ironing that out. And I'm wondering like my cough is better, by the way. My throat is better, but still talking too much will cause some coughing and all that. So there's also that as an update, let's say. But let's go back to the other matter where I was telling you that like Joe moved in a bit earlier than expected, and so we are trying to figure out our coexistence. You know, gotta set some boundaries. Gotta check internet usage while I'm streaming. You know, we gotta check like sound volumes, what's going on, all of that shit. So today is a bit of an experiment, if you will. Um, we definitely need some soundproofing. It shouldn't be too hard. Maybe some soft solutions like fabric on the wall on both sides, but like nothing too much so far, it seems. I still want to see internet usage while I'm streaming. And interference, let's say, would also be something that I have to check on, right? And so, you know, that's gonna be experimental today. Um, you know, you're not gonna help because you're assholes. Let's face it, okay? As much as I love you, you will not gonna like, you're not gonna like tell me anything. You're not gonna tell me, oh yeah, we can hear like somebody in the background or anything. So you know, I don't know how that's gonna go. But Neris hopefully will tell me how that's going, and I'll adjust from there. But in case there is, you know, background noise, just be patient for a couple of weeks maybe as we figure things out. Because right now my home is in a state where I can't even turn on my camera. There's like stuff behind me. There's like stuff on the floor. It's a bit of a mess, but it's gonna pass, you know. And honestly, it doesn't affect my capacity to stream because my capacity to stream was never that great to begin with. I'm a noob streamer, you know. Uh, so yeah, turns out that's an okay thing. And lastly, before we go into why Jesse is getting destroyed again for our education entertainment, I will say that I'm almost done with Skyrim, with my installation. It's almost done. There is very little remaining at this point. As you can see, oops, sorry. As you can see, there is like very little remaining from my tabs, and nothing remains from like the screenshots and from my notes on my mobile phone. Yeah, we're almost done. Basically, we're almost done. So I can safely say that even though Neris doesn't have any more break from work, that's over. Maybe a couple more streaming sessions will be what is needed, and then we go into in-game testing, and there that's like unknown territory. Some of the mods there, I haven't had to deal with them before. I haven't had to deal with Anniversary Edition before. I was running Special Edition. So yeah, it will be unexplored territory for me and for Neris. So you know, that might throw a wrench in the cogs, let's say, right? A wrench in the wheels, whatever the fucking expression is. But I'm expecting a smooth like in-game testing for a couple of like days or whatever, just to make sure everything is like behaving. Then I can start streaming it, and that's fucking wonderful news, dude. That's wonderful news. I can't wait to stream this fucking thing. Yeah. One more thing about that. As much as I love making fun of like, oh, you end up modding Skyrim for a year and playing it for a month, blah blah, and people going like, oh yeah, you nailed it, you know. Considering the amount of work we done, and considering that we were doing it like very very sporadically, and the amount of mods we have in there, you know, and mind you, sure, we haven't gone in game yet to check, so that might open up a whole fucking hellhole there. But right now, as it stands, modding itself could have been done in like 2 weeks tops, and that's a far cry from a year that people are saying, and we would be ready in theory to play. That's it. So yeah, I mean, you can make an argument of like, okay, you finish modding and then you go into in-game testing, and that's what will take a year. But that has never been the fucking case. I've even like when I was streaming Special Edition, right? Neris and I would even take just notes like, oh, we saw something that is wrong, and then after the streaming session, we would just do like 5 minutes of searching, 10 minutes of searching. We would find the solution, find what's wrong, and fix it. Easy peasy, right? So yeah, it's a fun meme, but it is also like so fucking overblown. And I felt like, I wanted to fucking, to defend it. I wanted to defend it a little bit, just to speak up against the slander of modding, as it is, Um, but yeah, it's not as bad as people say, honestly. Like a lot of people hit me with that, and they're serious with it. Like, no, Skyrim is just modding. Like, it's so annoying. And I'm like, hey, yeah, the meme is funny, but like, have you actually like spent any time doing it though? Um, and they're like, no, I'm not touching it. It's like I don't want to mod for like years and then play for 1 month, and then I'm like, but it's really just not like that. It really isn't. Like, Neris and I both have done this for Legendary Edition. Okay, Legendary Edition was a hellhole, okay? Legendary Edition was a fucking hellhole. But Special Edition? Nah, bro. We were literally just modding it and then playing. Like, I played for, I don't know, go check my fucking playlist, right? Go check my playlist on YouTube. See how many hours I've played of that thing. And we modded not even for like 1/5 of that. Like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I had to restart 1 time or 2 times or something, but the restarts that I did back then were only because I was adding mods as I went, right? Or even removing mods as I went. Not because I needed to, but because I wanted to, right? Because also, especially my last full reset was because I had allowed too much time to pass, and some things updated and broke a few things. That's all, for real. But if you're keeping up to date though with the versions and all that, you don't even need to do that. And we're talking a fuck ton of mods, a lot of which many people report as unstable or causing issues or whatever. Dude, considering the shit I had in my installations, no. So, I just thought, not that I took offense or anything. Like it's nothing such, it's nothing childish as that, right? But it's more like informative. Like, don't be afraid to mod that thing. Don't be afraid. You're not gonna be modding forever, okay? Okay, so I have to say though, user discretion, right? If you're fucking up your installation, yes, you might end up like spending years. But if you do it correctly and patiently, like, Neris and I are doing it and have been doing it for years, nothing will go wrong. Just read the fucking instructions. Read the fucking manual of the mods. Okay, read the descriptions. Choose carefully. Make sure you understand what you're downloading and what it does so that you don't get duplicates. Always search for more modern alternatives or, stuff like that if there is one. And that way you minimize user error and you go forth, right? And it's interesting because especially in this installation that we're having right now, we took it a step further and we were like, okay, we also want a setup such that it doesn't require manual editing of files, Z-edit, synthesis, or synthesis, or whatever you want to pronounce that in English, or anything else, right? We were like, this time we want to do like super vanilla. Like super vanilla in the sense of like, we don't want to manually edit mods. We don't want to like manually edit animations or anything because we did that. And it's still fucking working and it's still robust. Like, we really don't have any issues. In theory, it should be, we go in games, something might crash. we have taken notes. We will be like, okay, that's what crashed. We have our debugging tools in case something happens. So what I'm trying to say with this is if you are prepared and if you know what you're doing and if you're focused, then it's just going to take you like, I don't know, maybe 2-3 weeks at most to install like an absolutely fucking ludicrous amount of mods. Case in point, right? Case in point. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but let me try. But this is my case in point that I'll show you right now, for example, to understand like what we've been doing. And the beauty of it, I'll tell you where the beauty of it lies. But first, let's do that and then do this so you can see. So, okay. Do you see the fucking scroll bar over here? Do you see the fucking scroll bar? Legitimately. Like, and these aren't appearance mods. These aren't, this and that, like, even though we do have that kind of stuff, we do have that as well, but like, look at all this shit. 80% of this is gameplay elements, right? 80% of this is gameplay elements. The rest is like fixes, animations. I can keep scrolling. I can keep fucking scrolling forever. So you're telling me that like you can't do this? Like we did this in what? In like across 2 months where we were modding like once a week for like 3-4 hours? And you're telling me that like you're gonna take a year to fucking do this? What are you doing in your year, my dude? Like what are you doing? Are you modding like for 5 minutes a day? Are you not learning? Like what the fuck is going on? Like if you condense the time that I've spent with Neris modding, like you know how much time I just spent scrolling, by the way. But yeah, if you condense the time that I spent with Neris doing this, it's not really that bad. Like not bad at all, And yes, again, like the in-game troubleshooting, yeah, that might take you a little bit. It might even double the time, right? And it's still not gonna be a year. It's still not gonna be half a year. It probably isn't going to be 4 months. It probably also not gonna be 3 months or 2. So yeah. And if you're like, nah, fuck that, I'm not gonna mod for a month, then you're a fucking peasant. What can I say? Go get a collection or something, And then it becomes easier for you. But no, really, aside from the deserved insult that they just threw in your fucking miserable faces, you can just, like, if you don't want to invest that much, which I understand, okay, not everybody's fucking on my level. But like, no, for real, you can just get a collection. You don't have to get that many mods. Just get a couple of collections. You'll be fine, I guess. Maybe you'll have an issue. Maybe you'll iron it out. Maybe not. But I know a lot of people, or I don't know them, but I've read on forums, by replies of people to various topics. It's easy to deduce that like a lot of people are happy with just creating a vanilla plus experience. A lot of people are happy with just like 100 mods. Maybe some people are happy with some very basic modernizations and then only graphics. Maybe throw a couple of animations in there, and that's gonna be like 100 to 200 mods. Whereas what we have with Neris is maybe about 1K. Though, of course, there's also the other side of the argument where if you're crossing a certain limit, right? Which limit for me is probably 1.8K mods or something, maybe 1.5K mods. Like somewhere around there, from my experience, you're starting to add way too many things. But again, you also see people with 3.8K mods still reporting a stable installation. And yeah, of course, 3,000 mods, that's going to take a while. But a more reasonable amount with gameplay elements, some of this, some of that, and even including, not safe for work mods, in my case at least, it really isn't a fucking year. And I don't know if you've seen my fucking Skyrim installation back then in special edition, right? The my last one, let's say. That one, again, like as I said, it gave me hours upon hours upon hours upon hours of streaming and entertainment. So I don't know. I'm just like kind of debunking, right? I'm just kind of, you know, I'm kind of like debunking here, like the meme, right? A little bit. Even though I fucking love the meme. I mean, I watched Doofus's most recent videos, and I was like, yeah, that's funny shit, man. Like, yeah, for real. Um, and I mean, we can even watch them together if you want. They're quite funny. In fact, let's fucking watch them because they are quite funny. And very, very short. So I'm gonna try and find them. One sec. And it is literally watching them that that made me want to kind of like to defend, right? To defend. So yeah, we can, before we go into the martial arts thingy, we can definitely watch some nonsense. There we go. The 10 stages of Skyrim modding and the 10 types of Skyrim modders. Perfect. Perfect. And then I also want to throw something in as an extra surprise. But the 10 types of Skyrim modders. Let's start there. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Okay. Let me see.
Hey, how you doing, kid?
Let's it though.
How's it going?
Don't say it.
Come on, Tone. Sooner or later, you gotta face facts.
I don't want to hear it.
Well, you're gonna hear it.
Fuck.
I never got total conversions.
What the hell? Look at this. Bump, 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 bump. Look at this.
I'm a professional pretty boy. I'm sickened, but curious.
I've been better. I've been worse.
Welcome back, Vegeta.
Well. Kakarot, you dog! You did it! You actually did it! You're a Super Saiyan!
Kill Frieza, the quest. That was so fucking... It is good, but we have to watch the other one as well.
Son, you know, once you start, there's no going back.
That is very true.
This means total commitment. Once you begin the path, there is no leaving the path. Are you sure you're ready for that? I mean, really ready?
I guess so.
I may not have a brain, gentlemen, but I have an idea.
I can fix that.
Oh my god.
Now, Daddy hates to say this, but I think we should talk about the breasts. Isn't that odd now? Yet, after all, why not? Why shouldn't I keep it?
He posted a bunch of naked pics of me online, and that was the last straw.
Oh my God. That's disgusting.
Fine.
Naked pics online? Where? Where did he post those?
I don't know, one of those disgusting ex-girlfriend porno sites.
Oh, those disgusting ex-girlfriend porno sites. I mean, there's so many of them, though. Which one?
Okay,
Which one did he
know where
post
we
it
can
on?
find him?
Why? Why?
I've been there. I've been
Oh,
there.
that's why.
Finally, inner peace.
I've also been there, but instead of quitting the desktop, I just played it and streamed it, and that's all you gotta do, baby. But yeah, I find this like extremely like hilarious, honestly. But yeah, I gotta tell you though, like that's what I wanted to do, like to ground it in response to that, I guess. But also, I want to share with you a gem. Yeah, I swear we're gonna go into the martial arts, but first I need to share this with you just because I just find it so fucking goofy. Enjoy. This is it. This is the best.
You have only one choice. The ring must be destroyed. Then what are we waiting for?
Oh my god.
The ring cannot be destroyed, Gimli son of Gloin, by any craft that we here possess. The ring was made in the fires of Mount Doom. Only there can it be unmade. It must be taken deep into Mordor and cast back into the fiery chasm from whence it came.
It's perfect.
One of you must do this. One does not simply walk into Mordor. Its black gates are guarded by more than just orcs. There's evil there that does not sleep. And the Great Eye is ever watchful. It is a barren wasteland, riddled with fire and ash and dust. The very air you breathe is a poisonous fume. Not with 10,000 men could you do this. It is folly. Have you heard nothing Lord Elrond has said? The ring must be destroyed. And I suppose you think you're the one to do it. And if we fail, what then? What happens when Sauron takes back what is his? I will be dead before I see the ring in the hands of an elf. What are you talking about? I look here. I never trust an elf. Oh, come on, you idiot. What are you doing? I'm right here, come on.
I like that the whispers are also Schwarzenegger.
Come to me now. Give it to me. Give me the ring. Come on, do it now. I will take it. It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all.
It's not a tumor.
I will take the ring to Mordor. Though I do not know the way. I will help you bear this burden, Frodo Baggins. As long as it is yours to bear.
It is just so perfect.
If by my
I want the
life or
whole
death
movie now.
I can protect you. I will. You have my sword. And you have my bow. and my axe. You carry the fate of us all, little one. But if this indeed is the will of the council, then Gandor will see it done. Hey! Mr. Frodo's not going anywhere without me. Oh, indeed, it seems hardly possible to separate you. Even when he is invited to a secret council meeting and you are not. Oi! We're coming too! You'll have to send us all tied up in a sack to stop us. Anyway, you need people of intelligence on this sort of mission, quest, thing. Well, that rules you out, Pip. 9 companions.
9 companions.
So be it.
Cannot anymore.
You shall be the fellowship of the ring. Great.
I can't. Anyway, I wanted to fucking share this with you. It's also very interesting that this guy is not using AI for the voices, which it surprised me in the beginning. I was like, what? For real? And that's like amazing, honestly. As somebody who went through a small story arc of trying to perfect that voice when I was younger, I have to respect this. Like, this is definitely top work. Yeah. But like the fact that when they're arguing, he has added like it's not a tumor. Like this shit is gold. Like this shit is gold, honestly. And the whispers being fucking the whispers too. Come on. Oh my god. Anyway, I really just had to share it with you. I'm sorry. I really just had to share it with you. Before we went on. Right though. Let me see. Okay. Now let's see what happens here. Before we go into this one, right? Yeah, I gotta make a small disclaimer. First of all, you know what this is, right? I'm just gonna be commenting on the various things that I see here. Maybe I find something inspirational and I go on a story, I go on a fucking adventure telling you some of my stuff or whatever. I'll comment some stuff. Maybe some things I'll be like, oh my god, this is so wrong. Or I may be, oh my god, this is so right. All of this is my subjective opinion, you know. You know how fucking commenting on a video works, right? So I don't need to say much about that. But what I need to add is that since the guy here says they're like a Navy SEAL instructor and all that shit, I have to say that everything I say doesn't, of course, cover the entirety of their training regimes or whatever, regiments or whatever. Regiments? I don't know. Or whatever. This is like strictly for what we are about to see. It's also not personal. It never is. Which is something that I repeat, especially about Jesse, whom you know. Thanks, Jesse, for allowing me to do that, you know. Even though I've never asked you, you clearly don't have a problem with people like commenting, so thanks for that, you know. Because it gives me like a lot of material inspiration and stuff to talk about. So it's never personal. But I do sometimes say, oh my god, how are they doing this and whatnot. Yeah, this goes strictly as a critique, you know, to the techniques and various things that we see, right? It's not to the persons, let's say. But it can be to their belief systems, like it was in the Shaolin video. I was like, yeah, I was kind of shit-talking there, the whole belief system or whatever, like the ranks they have. Yeah, still not personal, in my opinion at least. I don't mind these people, or they never done anything to hurt me or whatever. But you know, beyond that, I'm gonna be unfiltered towards what we see, as always, you know. But yeah, just don't take it as an insult to the people or whatever it is that they're training. But I am going to call a banana if I see it, according to what I think is a banana. So that's important to remember. You know, I sometimes have to do this, where I say these things just to have it out there, you know, just to be covered. Yeah. All right. So let's fucking go into it, I guess. Let's see what Jesse has for us here with this. Yeah, well, with this thing anyway. So let's see if sound is okay.
Today, I'm training with a Navy SEAL.
It seems like it's okay.
And then I'm testing my skills.
Yeah, I think it's okay. So let's see what happens, right? My microphone isn't picking it up, I think. Let me check that too.
Today, I'm training with a Navy SEAL.
Yeah, we're good. We're absolutely good. Let's fucking go.
Today, I'm training with a Navy SEAL.
Oh, wait a minute. We should do something very important for us. It should be this. All right, now we can go.
Today, I'm training with a Navy SEAL. And then, I'm testing my skills against real attackers.
Deploy the blade!
I've trained karate my whole life, but this is not about fighting. It's about surviving. My day begins at Operation Blackside, a tactical facility in a secret location.
Look, I've been in places like that. Well, one where, can you guess it? The dojo owner was like some special forces nut. I'm not saying that this guy is a special forces nut, but like the signs are there. And he was like, just teaching some kind of ninjutsu, in which he was trying to incorporate like various things from like special forces training and shit like that. Let me tell you, it was so fucking bogus. It was so fucked up. Like, I'll just give you an example. He made us, for example, because it was during the time when I was like cruising dojos and like checking out other systems and whatnot. After I felt like I finished my training and I did whatever the fuck I wanted to do, I was like, yeah, now I'm gonna run around and see what other people think about this whole thing called martial arts. Let me see like what else I can find. And I would go from dojo to dojo and like and school to school and like and check and like I would be like, yeah, I have some experience but like not really much, and I just want to see like what the fuck you're doing here. I want to see if it's for me. I want to maybe spar a little, maybe see what's happening. And as I said, I stumbled into one of those special forces nuts, like, places. Again, not saying this is that, all right? But yeah, it has the telltale signs. The whole place is enclosed. There is like, symbols like that with like cool stuff like Operation this and Black this and, tactical names. Not tactical, but tactical names and like, there was like camo and shit, and the guy would be like, hey, we are going to learn how to wade in a swamp while carrying our M16. And I'm like, is that like part of the like ninjutsu curriculum? Because don't get me wrong, I'm always for a more holistic training for complete systems. And I'm aware that even what we call complete systems, like for example Harangdo or Ninjutsu or Kung Fu, right? We call them complete systems. Even those aren't complete if you really want to be called like a warrior, right? Because you're going to have some other kind of training. And for me, that was when I deduced that, like early on, I was like, okay, if I ever get to the point where I'm teaching, I would like to incorporate some things that are practical. So, for example, I would, when I did get to the point where for like a few months I was a teacher, right? In lots of quotation marks, okay? But I did have a class. There were like 5-6 people who would gather. I would teach them. Like I would practice with them. That's the better way to put it. I would, learn with them. And through them, I would also improve myself a lot. I'm not even kidding. That's literally, it works. Like that happens. Different people, different experiences, different expressions of what they learned from you. They express it differently, like, and then you learn from them. But that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point was, I would have these moments where I would be like, all right, let's suppose, nothing military though. I was like, okay, let's suppose that one of you is wounded, right? How would you carry them effectively, right? And how would you train your body to be able to carry additional weight like that, maybe an injured person? And we would have these days where we would focus on that, for example. And it wasn't tactical training; it was more training in a practical sense, which was like, okay, you see a wounded person, can you carry them? What's the safest way? What if their arm is wounded? What if their left arm, left leg, right leg? What if their head is, well, in which case don't fucking touch, or the spine, in which case don't fucking touch. How long can you hold your breath? Practice that a little bit as part of our breathing exercises, for example. Just try to stay calm while holding your breath beyond what is absolutely comfortable. Try to extend it a little bit, right? In complete peace, without stress of water, without the stress of anything. Just try, small, very small little practical things like that. Or for how long can you hang from an edge, right? From a ledge, basically. Because I was lucky enough that the school I was teaching in had like a floor, but it wasn't like a full floor. I don't know how to call that. But it was like there would be a ledge here, for example, right? And it wasn't too high. Like the height wasn't significant that you would actually hurt yourself unless you fell very clumsily. But it was enough that I could tell them, all right, I want you to climb up there. I want you to hang from the ledge and shimmy across, this whole distance, like from here to here, let's say. Just shimmy there and back and find the best way to shimmy for you, and we're going to correct that. And then I also want you to practice changing facing direction while you're shimming. Like, how are you going to do that, for example? What's the best way to actually, go down if you're on top of it, as opposed to climbing and getting to the ledge, right? And stuff like that. So it was very interesting. And yeah, it's stuff like that I considered like as practical, right? That's what was practical to me, not pretending that you're wading through water carrying an M16, to quote that fucking bozo. Yeah, or how, for example, if you're 3 people or 2 people even, how are you going to cooperate to help each other, like climb over an obstacle that is too high to jump and grab, or stuff like that, right? Or if somebody, it's too high to fall, how are you going to help them? How are you going to try to break the fall? Or, stuff like that. To me, it was always much more interesting, right? Trying to crawl on your back, like get out of a situation, trying to crawl under something, try to vault over an obstacle. What is the best way to vault? How do you place your legs? How do you carry your legs over the other side? Yeah, crap like that. That's what's interesting, where it, you apply your physical skills to something that is more real and realistic and probably far more necessary than learning how to fight. But anyway, I think I yapped enough, and let's go on.
All right, are you ready?
Will this give me a shock?
If he dies, he dies, you know what I mean?
And that's my instructor, Kenny Big B Jr., Navy SEAL fighting
Killer B? Okay. Isn't that a Naruto character? Actually, he was one of my favorite Naruto characters.
What is the first thing I should know about fighting like a Navy SEAL?
We should fight by concept and not by technique. So we need to make clarity out of chaos. You call yourself the karate nerd.
Right.
I'm a nerdy Navy SEAL.
Perfect.
Yes, perfect match, perfect match. So if you look at a molecule by itself, Jesse, it looks very random. If you look at the molecule as a group, you start to see patterns that emerge. So often in martial arts, a technique is taught in its singularity. What I love to do, Jesse, is see the things that are unanimous across the board. These things tend to work, and they make clarity in chaos. A throw, for instance.
Okay.
I come across with this.
It is very close to what I like to say sometimes, or what I believe in, that like you have to analyze something that you learn and find like how to apply it and all that, instead of seeing it as a quote-unquote technique, right? So interestingly, and in a weirdly poetic way, I think he may be saying something like that.
Elbow, and I throw and I come here. The next one, I come here like this. Another variation is I could go underneath the arm. Another variation, you could have an underhook, and I could pressure in, flare the elbow. I could drop underneath, right? Most people say that's 4 different throws, but there's a pattern that emerges. The same footwork, a very similar fulcrum.
I do like his footwork though.
And the same lever. So in all of those 4 different throws, there's an emerging pattern of a footwork, of a fulcrum, and a lever.
So you're focusing on these principles
Yeah, okay, so yes, he is about what I said.
rather than individual techniques.
And make clarity in the chaos. So the first combat concept is bisecting lines are great for defense.
Bisecting lines?
Bisecting lines. And a bisecting line is a plus sign. So I'm gonna make any plus sign. Throw this at me. You throw that jab, that's a bisecting line. You throw the cross, throw the...
Yeah, all this is part of the whole lesson of, at what degree should you be throwing your punches, at what degree you should be standing, blah, 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 And for example, these degrees that I suggest, like 45 degrees, I always say, they prevent things like that from happening. So they will prevent, like, I will use Killer Bee's own vocabulary here. You will not give your opponent an easy time deciding that this is a cross and therefore it's a bisecting line and therefore defense,
The hook, that is another bisecting line. Kick my leg.
Okay.
There's another bisecting line. I can shoot on this leg. Bisecting line, down block. And then I can reattack. Let's lay down real quick. And you go to hit me. Bisecting line.
Yeah. Can you use them in offense?
It's exactly what I say. It's like, or what I learned anyway. You have to understand the physics and the principles behind what you're doing instead of seeing it as, down, down, forward, 1. And a move comes out, that's not how you should be seeing it.
As well?
That's a brilliant question. All of fighting is getting your opponent's tools offline and getting your tools online. Let's actually don some gear so we can play a little bit.
Okay.
With gloves.
Sure.
Wanna do that?
Right, yeah,
okay.
sure.
Turns out, Kenny prepared an insane lesson for me. And very soon, I will be tested on all of it.
All right. In the warrior mindset, there are no guarantees, but there are probabilities.
Yes, that is true. But you should function as if you're guaranteeing your victory. That's your mentality. But your mentality is different from reality. But you should still always work and always go into it knowing in your heart of hearts that you will win. Otherwise, you've already lost.
And the greater probability for survivability is offense. So as quickly as possible, I need to go from reacting to acting and then make you react to me. Because Justin, let me ask you a question. What game can you win on defense?
I'm not sure.
You cannot lose.
Exactly.
You can only win through offense.
Yeah.
A fight is the same way. You feed me.
Kinda yes and kinda no. You need to know exactly when to apply defense, when you apply offense. It's like that's part of strategy. If your strategy only contains offense, you will probably have difficulties versus other things. Like it's not rock, paper, scissors, and you're locked into scissors. It's like use the whole game, think outside the game, and think also inside the game.
The hook, catch, release, catch and shoot, catch and shoot. Okay, now catch and shoot. Pay attention, stay vigilant, stay vigilant. Yes, beautiful, good, good, good. Again, nice, beautiful. Yes, yes, yes.
But so would that work as a bisecting line as well?
So we talked about.
Yeah, and the important thing is to never stop because, of course, Killer Bee is going to stop because he's expecting Jesse to practice, and that's normal. But in reality, you wouldn't want to stop, and Jesse wouldn't want to stop. And then you create this thing that, as I said before, it's like a dance. It's like a You're moving together, and each of you has a certain result in mind.
Emergent patterns, meaning you're able to predict what happens because you've seen the totality of it. We have a military term for that. That's called DOPE, data on previous engagements.
That's also called experience.
So when we start to see emerging patterns or combative concepts, we are able to make clarity in the chaos. Now, if I do...
And yes, if you know how stuff works and you can analyze it fast, it's so nice to see this guy confirm things that I myself have confirmed. It's very nice. It's validating.
This bisecting line, this is something called the inside line. That means you have to deal with my other tools.
Right.
The outside line is any line that starts to move me towards their back.
Ah, okay.
So the cross,
Yeah.
yes.
So he's into positioning and taking advantage of how the body reacts as well, which is, yes, you should.
Okay. Yeah. Throw the jab to the
This whole thing is making me so happy so far.
body. Throw a front kick.
Yeah.
Do you see?
Yes.
Even the tiger, one of the most fearsome animals, the greatest predator, moves to the back and attacks its prey from the back. Because when I'm to the back, all my tools are offline.
Right.
All of fighting is getting your tools online, so your tools are online.
Yeah, he's talking about positioning. It is very important, of course. I have almost nothing to say so far because a lot of what he's saying reflects my own opinions on the whole matter of fighting.
And my tools are offline. Can I block like this? Yes. But it doesn't hit another combat concept of going to the outside line. Let's move very quickly to the blade.
Wait, what was that?
Wait, we should catch this. Is it recording?
Okay.
So there's 3 layers of training that I like to implement and execute, Jesse.
Okay.
The first layer of training is technical. Form facilitates function. So you need to have perfect form.
Yeah.
This is called peak performance.
I agree. And this is also part of what I've said before, that you can make a lot of things work if you just practice it and get your skills high enough to use them. Usually I say that when it comes to like stances and like, animal styles and stuff. I like to use those as example because people think those are impossible to implement in combat. But, it is possible if you're skilled enough and you've practiced it and you are at your peak.
And this is how you practice your form.
And you know, of course, when to use them and how, and creating the circumstance to do so. But this guy is definitely on the right track and I fucking love it.
You try to execute the form, your body mechanics must be flawless. So this gives us the optimum body mechanic muscle recruitment, but then we need to transcend the technique.
Yeah.
Because the next thing that happens is the bad guy's adjusting and it's chaotic, you hurt yourself, you're tired, right?
Yeah, of course. This is beautiful, okay.
So the next level of training is tactical. Tactical is how you find
Yes.
the opportunity or create
Yes.
the opportunity to apply the technique.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my fucking God. Okay, I love this guy.
But it's messy.
Yeah.
So I have to find the opportunity in the messy chaos when someone's not cooperating with me.
Sounds difficult.
Yes. The best way to get as good as possible, as fast as possible, is specific training. Put yourself in specific scenarios with combative chaos. And now we use those emergent patterns in that combative chaos, and you have to discover the opportunity for the technique. So you can learn.
My God. Yes. Yeah, I wanna hear more. Yeah. But so far, nothing to comment because this is just, yeah, I agree.
That's the problem with how some of the traditional martial arts are trained. Let's look at Tai Chi for a moment. What is this? They say that's Bushido. That's an arm drag. To a double.
Yes, my guy. He gets it.
To a double.
Yeah.
Tai Chi is a very effective martial art.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
If you know what you're looking at.
It's how you use it. Exactly. It's how you use it and towards what purpose. Yes. Oh my God. I'm so happy.
The translation, yes? And the way that it's trained, the methodology that it's trained. Let's look at this one, Jesse. Tai Chi again, something like this. We'll just do kind of on the fly. Something like that, yes? Throw the front kick at me for me, please. I'm gonna execute.
Yeah, my guy.
Yes?
Nice. Yeah.
Do you see?
Yeah.
No, it's practical.
And you know what I love about this guy? He has that same energy that I aspire to have, and I do have that. This smiling, you're talkative, you're enthusiastic because you love what you're doing. This is great.
We do this in Muay Thai. If you feed that to me again,
Right.
we catch
Yeah.
and we release. So the technique is there, Jesse.
Yeah.
But why do some of the traditional martial artists have trouble? Because they don't practice it under chaos.
Yeah, what he means is, forget the chaos. He's very poetic. I love that. But what he means is like, you have to analyze it and learn how to use it with your sparring partner. You have to understand what the technique is showing you. And it's the same with kata. You have to understand what it's showing you. It's not useless, but you have to translate it. It's like a manual, right?
And find the opportunity in the chaos. I'll give you one more. This is one you might appreciate.
Yeah, I love this stuff.
Yes, please, please. We're both nerds in martial arts, yeah? So here's one, right?
Ooh,
yes.
okay.
So this is not a back fist.
Right. That's grabbing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, are we ready?
Okay.
Okay. So I'm stepping in Kazushi,
Right.
off balance.
Yeah. Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So if you don't know, you thought that was a sidekick.
Yes, you think it's back fist
Yeah.
to a sidekick. No,
Yeah.
no.
That would never work in the cage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually,
It would work, but let's not talk about that.
it would.
Yeah, right.
Yes, Kung Fu. Yes.
Yeah.
You grab my.
Ooh. Yeah.
Do you see?
Yeah.
So now we're going to move on to the blade, Jesse.
All right.
All right, are you ready?
So will this give me a shock?
No promises?
Right.
Yes.
So far, so good.
Yes, yes. So we need three things: methodology, mindset, and metric. What is
We need a lot more things, but this is a good start, and I'm loving it again.
success or what is not? This gives us a quantifiable metric.
Yeah.
Are you ready, Jesse?
Wait, what am I supposed to do?
Now you are going to defend yourself with the combat concepts that I gave you before. You don't know what I'm going to do now.
Okay.
Are you ready? Okay.
Let's try.
Notice that he said, I gave you a concept, now do what you can with it. He didn't say, do what I did. He said, apply this concept with what you know on what I'm about to do, which you don't know what I'm going to do. So you also need, as I said before, to be able to understand the body of your opponent as well. You know, how do they move? Like, yeah, this is great.
Yes.
Okay.
That's right. Good, good, good. Yes, yes.
Karate kick.
You don't need to know specific techniques.
Yes, you don't. That is, oh my God. Yeah, this made my morning already.
They're helpful, but under stress, you often don't remember them.
Yeah.
But it's very easy for you to remember, put up a bisecting line and get on offense as soon as possible. If you stab me this way, and I do this bisecting line, I'm in front of the mouth of the tiger.
Bam.
Do
Yeah.
you see?
Right.
Now you feed me that. Now,
Better.
I'm on the outside line. So now, any form of 2-on-1 grip, I don't care what, go.
So I can
Any
grip
2-on-1 grip.
however I want.
Yes, any
Okay.
2-on-1 grip. Okay, right now doesn't matter. Yes, beautiful, good,
Okay.
good, good.
But finish it.
Good. Okay, you're gonna do bisecting lines to defend, get any 2-on-1 grip, and then get to the outside line.
Wait, say that one more time. It's a lot now.
Yes, bisecting lines. Defend.
Okay.
Just bisecting lines.
It's not that it is a lot. It is that Jesse's mind has been trained in a certain way. And now this guy is saying, okay, take all of what you know and start thinking with it in a different manner.
Just
That is why his brain is fucking exploding right now.
defend, just defend. Bisecting lines.
Yeah.
Now get a 2-on-1 grip somewhere in the chaos. Yes,
Okay.
get to the outside line.
Okay.
Do you see the
alright.
three
Yeah, but
things we're
finish
doing?
it, my guy.
3 concepts combined.
Are you ready?
Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay, play. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's right. Catch and release.
Okay,
Yes,
that's better.
Yes, beautiful. Yes, get to it. Yes, yes. Catch it. Good. So in real life, probably won't happen on the first try. That's called peak performance when everything's perfect.
Yeah.
We train there because in battle, you fall to the level of your training to optimal performance. Optimal performance, in a tactical sense, when you're trying to find clarity in chaos with the emerging concepts, is when you're doing the best with what you can.
Yeah, exactly. So you adapt to the situation and you choose how you're going to act based on what is happening. It takes a lot of training to do that.
That's real life. That's sparring. It's not clean. So now we're going to deal with combative chaos on the ground in a weapons-based environment. Let's go ahead and lay down here. Now, the fundamental problem with jiu-jitsu, say you have the knife in this hand,
Yeah.
and I do a 2-on-1 grip.
Okay.
And I want to do an arm bar to deal with this blade. So I go to do that, and by nature, let's take the knife out, you Defend this. Don't let me break your arm.
Yeah.
You naturally bring your hands together. I do an Americana.
Yeah.
Defend that. Don't let me break it. You naturally bring your hands together. So now, I want to do jujitsu.
With a knife?
With a knife. Can't put the knife in his hand for this. And you naturally
grab it.
And now you switch the hands.
Yeah.
And I no longer have control of the weapon-bearing limb.
My God, he knows a lot more than almost all, with maybe one exception, previous videos and previous instructors that Jesse has has visited, let's say.
So the first thing I will do, I will slide my shin, which is called a topside crucifix, and I will staple your arm.
Right, so you separated my arm.
Yes. Now I make contact and then separation.
Oh, okay.
If I fight you here, fight me here, you're very strong. Fight me, fight me. Trouble. So I push this overhead. Fight me here, fight me here, fight me. Right?
Yeah.
And now I've separated the hands and I have control of the weapon-bearing limb. So we're on the ground, boom, and I draw this. Drive your shin.
Arm?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I'm strong here, so push this over my head. Yes. Look, I'll fight you. I'll fight you. Yes. Do you see that?
Yeah, because you're weaker in this position.
Yes.
Yeah.
And notice that whatever he's showing Jesse here ensures that you are not within reach of the legs, like your head isn't as exposed. Even if the person is extremely flexible and can hit you with a knee, it's probably going to find your shoulder. It's probably not going to hurt you that much. They're fighting against a very well applied, positioning on the opponent's body. So, yeah. And it's often what I've criticized before with other instructors that try to put Jesse in a similar position, and I would often pause and say, but look, you still have your legs there, like they are dangerous to you. This time, though, I have nothing to say because this positioning is correct.
The reason for that is what we call muscle recruitment. So the hardest part of any range of motion, the squat, is down here because the muscles are stretched out. I want to maximize my resources and minimize your resources.
Yeah, yes.
That's a broad stroke.
You're going to be hearing a lot of me saying yes, yes.
Emerging concept. One of the things I want to maximize is my muscle recruitment and minimize your muscle recruitment.
Yeah.
So you're here in the bench press area with your chest, your lat, right?
Yeah.
And you're putting me here at the bottom of the pull-up.
Yeah.
Do you see?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so one more time. Drive your shin over. Yes, beautiful. Now here you created a lever.
Yeah.
So you figure forward it.
Right, exactly.
Beautiful, that's good leverage.
Yeah.
Okay, let's switch position. So there's some instances where you can't separate the hands. What the hell do we do? I trap your hand to the ground or the body.
Okay.
Okay, get the blade, get the blade.
Hard, because it's stuck.
Yes, please, authentically try.
Yeah.
You're grabbing the blade. That doesn't...
This would be dangerous with the legs, though. But it would be very easy to improve on that by coming a bit higher.
I have to grab the blade.
It can be on your body.
Yeah.
It can be on the mat. Okay, gain access to the blade, go.
Yeah.
So I can start to separate the hands.
Okay.
That buys me time to get my body in position, either to increase probability of survivability, disengage, tactical disengage.
Okay.
So that's different than running away. You leave to re-engage on your terms.
Yeah, so reset the encounter, as we say.
Yes.
Okay, so what do I mean? Genghis Khan was really good at that. They would attack, and they would hold the line, and then they would feign a retreat in the center, and they would chase them, and they would engulf them.
Surround them.
Alexander the Great would do it differently. The Greeks would open the line, and they would let you attack down the middle,
Okay.
and then they would engulf you. So say you're on your back here.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, now I'm gonna trap it. That buys me time, and I'll tactically disengage.
At what a better position.
Yes, I can come back on better terms. I don't want to compete with you.
Because it's not about scoring points.
No, it's for survivability.
Yeah.
Do you see? So at any point we're in a heated competition and I have the option to disengage, then I will disengage. I will do
Not always, but depending on the situation, yes, it might be better. Again, you have to adapt in the situation, especially with multiple attackers. It would be more beneficial to you to break off from there as fast as possible so that you're ready to confront others, for example.
a tactical disengage.
So it's really like situation-based, but he's getting it correctly, yeah.
That doesn't mean permanently. That means I'll come back to re-engage on better terms. We have a saying in the teams, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. That just means gain the tactical advantage. So all fighting systems have that. Get to the outside line, remove the fallacies of grips. These are all ways to gain the tactical advantage where they can't win. So now we're just gonna kind of pressure test this. We like to say the hands kill. So they start to drift down here.
Yeah.
It's time to actualize that. Yes, there you go. Good. Okay, I'm gonna. You let this hand be free. Don't let this hand be free. Okay. Now look at this. Yes, that's not bad. So go back here.
Yeah.
So you went to the mount.
Yes.
In a weapons-based environment, the mount is a dangerous position.
Really?
Can bite and all that.
Yeah.
So I'm not choosing the mount in a weapons-based environment.
Interesting, because I would think like in MMA, people start grounding and pounding from the mount. It seems very effective. But against the blade, it might not be the best thing.
There's no weapons. You should always assume that it's a weapons-based environment. Because say you're feeding me whatever punches, okay, I'm catching, releasing, getting the better of you. Feed me more, feed me. Boom, I'm getting the better. What do people do next? They grab.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pummel here.
This way?
Yes, okay. But we'll trade. Yes, yes. The only problem is now it becomes a weapons-based engagement.
Ooh.
So go ahead and pummel with me.
Okay.
We're pummeling. And at some point you access that blade.
Whenever I want.
Yes, when you choose. Okay, yes. And the reality, Jesse, you're probably gonna get touched a few times and then realize it. Just the reality. We try to mitigate that.
Yeah, I completely agree with everything. This is going to be a very short stream because, he's also aware that even though somebody might have a weapon, it might not be active at the time, but it might become active as well. It is nice, like what this guy has acquired from his training is nice to see. And it is nice to also, it feels good to also see that he has acquired knowledge that is similar to what I have acquired. It gives it a little bit more ground, and that's always nice.
As much as possible.
If you do get cut, do you have any advice, like mindset-wise?
The key word is until. That's the mindset of a warrior.
Until.
I keep fighting until I am.
Yeah, exactly. It's similar to what I said, that like, you know what, you go in there with this mindset of winning, and you don't know, or surviving, but you don't know what's going to happen, right? What he says, until it happens. Well, yes and no. I want to see how he's going to explain it before I say something.
I am too tired to fight until I'm out. I keep fighting until I'm out of the fight. I keep fighting until I'm free. I keep fighting until I'm victorious.
Okay. All right. Okay. So same thing. Okay, cool.
The key word is until.
Yeah.
Do you see the mindset?
Yeah. Until instead.
I thought initially he was going to say, we don't worry about things until, and that would have been the yes and no that I said, because yes, in a way, mentally, but also not in the way of like excluding it from your tactics. But it seems like I don't need to go into that, because what he meant was like, yeah, you keep going, you continue this, you don't stop. It's like until it's over. It's not over until it's over. So yeah.
Instills hope.
Yes. It instills an indomitable spirit, which is one of the tenets of traditional martial arts. So now I'm gonna do it. Are you ready? Pommel. Now I have an overhook. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're
Kick him in the fucking nuts, dude.
looking for it, so you can't find it. What do you change to? Bisecting lines. Bisecting lines.
Okay.
Yes. Bisect. Yes, there you go. Yes. Wow. Jesse, your last level of training today is tenacity. Your mission, if you choose to accept,
Love the reference.
is we are going to send you through an obstacle course, and you're going to have 3 evolutions where you engage with what we call Op4, the oppositional force, applying these techniques, tactics, and procedures. And you have to do them while you're tired. You're going to have a mission, what we call an FTX, a field training exercise. Do you accept?
Let's do it. That was a lot of material to cover in like a very short amount of time.
It's not a lot of material. It is being exposed to a different mindset, which kind of like resets you, because you're like, okay, I know all these things, but I wasn't aware that I can use them this way or do that and this with them. And now, you know, not only that, but I'm aware that my opponents can also engage in that and can use that. And so that creates this complicated scenario which is blowing his mind, I guess.
My head hurts. But now we're gonna test my tenacity, my spirit, my fighting spirit. One thing that Kenny said that stood out was until. So I'm just gonna keep that in mind during the obstacle course, like whatever happens. And I've never even done an obstacle course in my life. I guess you jump over things and run around. And I think somebody's gonna attack me at the obstacle course, but it ain't over until it's over. Until. That's the key word.
All right, let's see. I'm interested to see. All right, cool. Obviously, you shouldn't, you know, don't go doing that. You know, this is the theatrics of the video, okay, obviously. But okay. I'll take it.
Jesse,
Kenny.
welcome to the O course. Your mission that you've chosen to accept is 3 iterations of the O course. You will also engage a mystery combative. You're gonna use the combat tactics and the combat concepts that you've learned to create clarity out of chaos. At iteration 1, you'll catch and shoot, get a 2-on-1 to the outside line. Iteration 2, you'll pummel and you'll solve an overhook and an underhook. And station 3, you're gonna put them all together and you will meet the final boss or perhaps your maker.
Nice, the final boss. Let's see the final fucking boss.
Far to give up now.
You have. I have one surprise for you, Jesse. Will you undo the latches for me, please?
All right. Wow, what is this?
What is the final little thing here? What is the item that he selects?
Whoa! Oh! Now, Jesse, we go to war.
Oh my God, okay, this is for real.
Do you still choose to accept the final FTX, your mission?
I do.
Let's go to war.
All right.
See you out there.
Okay.
Good luck.
And so, it's finally time to test my skills.
All right, let's see.
I'm off to a good start using the rope. But then, everything changes. I'm stuck, and I'm not getting anywhere.
Use your body weight.
I find a rhythm and keep moving. But then comes another rope, and my grip is failing.
These gloves aren't helping either.
Long legs. And now, it's time to fight.
Engage.
Ouchies.
Catch and shoot. Catch and shoot. Deploy the blade.
Oh no, Jesse, no.
Beautiful, Jesse. Tactically disengage.
Use your fucking legs.
Mission success. Move to the next obstacle.
Luckily for me, I am not scared of heights. Because this thing is huge. And that's what she said.
Yeah. Good one, Jesse.
I can see another rope in the distance. And I gotta make it to the other side.
Come on, go for it.
Op 4, engage. Deploy the blade. Deploy. Fight to an outside line.
Better this time, okay.
Tactically disengage. Holster, re-engage. Re-engage. Show the blade. Turn them. Op 4, deploy. You have an underhook. Nice. Beautiful.
Finally, your legs. Finally, Jesse.
Tactically disengage. Mission complete. In that iteration, the opponent had an overhook. Jesse can't clear up. He will go across and do an arm drag and fight to the outside line. What he ended up doing was extrapolating that arm, which is very difficult to do, knocked his head down and fought to the outside line. We
Very
went
nice.
from perfection, which is peak performance, to protection.
There we
which is
go.
Optimal performance when it gets crazy and make clarity in the chaos. He made the concepts work and made it happen. That's how it goes in the real world. Let's get it. Yeah.
I am so close to the finish line, I can smell victory.
Come on, you cheated a little bit, but it's okay.
First, I gotta get through a couple of more hurdles and one last rope. This is so tough for my grip strength.
Yeah,
And
especially
my
with these
legs
gloves.
are killing me.
I can't imagine it.
But now it's time to fight.
Don't ease down. You're gonna get jumped, buddy. Don't ease down.
Kenny? I am your final boss. Or the Reaper. Pick your choice. Catch and shoot bisecting lines. Work, 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 work. Let's go, Jess. Let's go. Catch, shoot, catch.
This is why catching your breath is very important, and like regulating your breath is also very important because he's clearly out of breath.
Nice, good, 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 good.
You need to unlock that second wind ability. You really need to fucking unlock that second wind ability. Let's see it.
Work to the outside line. Let's go, Jesse. Let's go. Catch and shoot. Catch and shoot. Catch and shoot. Catch and shoot. Yes, yes, yes. Catch and shoot. Work to the outside line. Let's go. Let's go. Work to the outside line. Nice. Good, 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 good. Release next phase. Come on.
I love how they are not like, so for example, right, in this situation, let me show you.
Nice. Good.
You have this kind of control, right? But your leg thingy fails because the other person knows what they're doing. They're not bringing their lower body close to you. At this point, it might be beneficial to actually jump this way and use your weight to bring them down to the floor. So if you launch yourself while holding, that will work. What would also work is if you use your legs, both of them, to push. Like I will explain. Wait, give me a sec. Let's do this. We will go back to it. Don't worry. We will go back to it. But first, you have to become a witness of my amazing like MS Paint skills, right? And so for that, I will tell you. So I can't draw for shit, okay? Obviously, but you're gonna have to tolerate this. So the hand is like there, right? Let's look at it that way. You are standing here, whatever, and you have like the arm, like Jesse does, right? I'm exaggerating the proportions because it's important. And these are the legs of your opponent or whatever, and his body, like, you know, his head is here, whatever. You know, this is primitive, but like, just bear with me, please. So you're holding the arm, they are holding their legs there so that you cannot actually engage here. All right, and all you can do is like carry them around, which is soon going to be lethal for you. So just dive in this direction. You will force them to the ground. Or raise your legs and go like this. So it would look like how can I can't fucking explain it. But if you do that, like just raise your legs and push that way with both of your legs, like land on the floor normally, you know, you can safe land. And that will make them also fall, for example. But the dive will also work if you do it at the right angle and at the right moment as they are lifting their legs to follow your movements. I hope it makes sense what I'm doing, but like maybe not. I don't know. But yes, you can, while you're holding the arm, you can... let me try to find the way to explain it, that particular thing. So okay. So let me try with this. There is a move that King does, or Armor King, I don't remember, where they fall on their side while extending their legs to hit the legs of the enemy. So of the enemy model. So that's kind of what you want to do here. Like you're holding, and you do a small jump. And you press into here, because like don't save, of course, because like and to go back, to go back to that, let me close this. Okay, let me try to let me try to explain it with what's happening again.
Go to the outside line. Let's go. Let's go. We're to the outside line. Nice. Good. Good.
So this guy is careful here. There is no or very little opportunity. So now you can either dive here, okay, which will force them to the ground, or you can use both of your legs to just drop kick their legs. Does that work verbally? Like, you know, you drop kick the legs? Does that make sense? I hope it does. But yeah, let's not linger anymore. It's difficult to show you if I don't have my camera and I don't have a person to demonstrate it with. It's kind of weird, but I'm trying with my words.
Good. Release next phase. Pommel. 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 Pommel.
But that's just an aside, right? And the reason why I bring it up is because, you know, you don't have to always stand if it's not beneficial to you.
Pommel. Good. Go. Get top. Get top. Get top. Isolated. Not the mount. Not the mount. Come on. Strip it. Strip it. You passed the test. Woohoo!
Also, one more bonus point for the instructor is that when you are trying to assault somebody, but also at the same time instruct them as to how to avoid that, are two conflicting things. It's not easy to do. I don't know if I can do it. Like, while I'm attacking somebody, instruct them on how to stop me. I don't know if I could do that. I'm more of a let it happen and then talk about it and then do it again and see what happens, you know. Not copy-paste, do it again, but try again, you know. But this guy seems to be able to a good degree, actually retain his aggressiveness, but also communicate to the person in the moment, calmly, how to stop it and what they need to do. That is like that is inspirational.
Come on, baby. I'm dead.
I can't feel my legs.
Jesse, beautiful work.
My mouth is so dry. I can barely talk.
You took the mission, you passed the mission. That being said, Jesse, I have something for you a little bit later. But right now, okay, whenever we train, you should take one thing away from each training session that made you harder to kill. Tell me one thing you took away from the training.
Until. Yep. It ain't over until.
Yes.
It's over.
The warrior mindset.
And thank you so much for that, because it really helped.
Nice. When you're tired, when you want to quit.
Yeah, especially when you're faced with things you've never done before. The fighting part, that's fun, that's easy.
Yes.
But this stuff, that's new to me.
On the first iteration, bro, you didn't catch and release, you just went straight to offense.
Yeah.
But I liked it.
I must say that Jesse was a little bit clumsy in how he negotiated the hanging rope there, like this thing. In the sense that
that's easy.
Yes.
But this stuff,
you would want to have your legs crossed and then push and then also pull with your arms. But what he seems to be trying to do so far was like put one leg, then put the other, which is going to tire you quite a lot.
that's new to me.
On the first iteration, bro, you didn't catch and release, you just went straight to offense.
Yeah.
But I liked it. We talked about don't react, go to action.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yes.
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna just sit back and wait. I'm gonna just go at it.
You were all gas, no brakes, baby. I like it. I like it. Then I whipped out this gift for you.
Go at it.
Yeah, full aggression is a thing.
I like it. I like it.
Then I back and wait. I'm gonna just.
But if you notice,
bro, you didn't catch and release, you just went straight to offense.
Yeah.
But I liked it.
Yeah, especially when you're faced with things you've never done before. The fighting part, that's fun.
so yeah, he immediately reverted to very simple stuff. And this is something that happens. And that's why you need to practice, because it is very easy for you to revert, and often beneficial. I'm not going to lie. I think I've talked about simplicity before and what it means and all that.
That's easy.
You know,
Yes.
it is very easy for the mind to revert completely to, okay, I'll just throw punches.
This stuff, that's
But
new to me.
you should train to not do that and to keep an open mind and to focus.
On the first iteration, bro, you didn't catch and release. You just went straight.
Or not to not do it, but like to not hyper focus on just that. That's the problem that happens. Because it's the most easily available thing to you, your arms, you know, straight strikes into a target that is level with you. Like, it's very easy. It's an easy choice. It has a place. It can overwhelm. It can work, quite obviously. But what happens if you're facing somebody who is determined to kill you? They're not gonna just take it, you know.
The offense. Yeah, but I like that.
Which means that you're gonna have to have some variety. You're gonna have like you're gonna have some creativity there, you know, to apply whatever you know. Be ready for what they know, because hyper focusing on that also means that you're expecting the same thing from the other guy.
We talked about don't react, go to action.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yes.
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna just sit back and wait. I'm gonna just go at it.
You were all gas, no brakes, baby. I like it. I like it. Then I whipped out this gift for you.
Oh, man.
Yes. Tell me about how that impacted your mindset.
It made me take less risks. And it actually wanted me to start using karate kicks. I want to get away
Yeah, I mean, your legs are gonna have more range, so you gotta use some more stuff there.
from that thing.
Yes.
And my leg is longer than my
Exactly, yeah. So immediately you just think, okay, maybe my leg.
arm.
Nice.
I realized there are levels to this.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
now
sir.
I may have almost reached the next level. Thanks to you.
You're on your way.
Thank you so
My
much.
friend, an honor.
I appreciate
An
that.
honor to train with you.
It was my honor.
Yes.
And if all of you enjoyed this episode, hit subscribe and go follow my man Kenny.
All right. We
Yeah,
done?
that's-
We done
that's
now?
it. Yeah.
Okay, good, good.
Cool, thanks.
Hey, Jesse. Man, you did really, really damn good on the obstacle course.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna bullshit you, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Your rope climb sucked a little bit. So
Yeah, the rope stuff kind of sucked. I caught it as well, as I said.
fuck that.
That was so hard.
Yeah, bro, fuck.
Well, was that bad?
Yeah, brother, you did it like a sloth.
Exactly. I caught that too.
Well, that's my spirit animal.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's his
let's
spirit.
change it to the
Okay,
tiger,
cool,
bro.
man.
Oh, okay.
And when you show you the real way how to do it,
Yeah,
bro?
sure.
Okay,
yeah.
then we'll try.
We're
Let's
not
go.
filming anyway, so
Okay,
yeah,
all right, for sure.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's see
we're
it.
gonna do it from up top.
Let's see it. I want to see if I was correct. Let's fucking see it. Let's go for it, baby.
So this is like the Navy SEAL way.
This is what they call
This is the practical way. It doesn't have to be Navy SEAL. It doesn't have to be any special force. It's just the way that you do it. Like, it's just better.
commando. And they don't mean wearing no underwear, because that also means commando
The
too.
only commando I
Yes.
know.
You're going to lay down on the rope. Like
There we go.
and you put one foot and hang. This is for balance.
Ah, that is even better. That is even better.
So fast.
That is even better.
Just one thing.
Yes. I got it. I got it.
Jesse, no! The betrayal!
You're the best, Jesse. Let's go. Let me give you a gift. Let's head back for me to give you the gift.
Okay.
First of all,
The
I wanna say
betrayal.
huge honor for connecting with me and training with me. Thanks for having me out.
Yeah, I was aware of this other, like, being on top of the rope thingy. I don't know if I would prefer it. That's why my immediate thought was like, okay, cross your feet and just, like, you know, retract them, pull, expand them, and go that way. But I have seen this on top of the rope. I completely forgot it exists because I personally wouldn't do it. But yeah, that's also extremely valid. So there we go, an extra thing. And also, what was I gonna say? Wait, I had something else I wanted to say about this. All right, yeah, and so also another way is like, but not for the rope. Let's say that you want to balance on something like a beam or something, and you want to cross like a chasm or whatever the fuck, right? And you see this trope in games where the protagonist just kind of like balances standing and tries not to fall left and right, and you have to press like the stick to keep them. Yeah, all that is bullshit. If you really need to cross it fast, my guy, and it's a long, it's a long beam, a long like surface, and you're gonna be doing it for a while. You can't just be standing and trying to walk on it. Just fucking go down. Just fucking go down. and literally crawl on it. And if you do that correctly, it's gonna be fast. Well, slower than if you had perfect balance and just walked across, obviously, but it's gonna be like 100% safer, and it will be less stressful, right? And it's not that much slower that you wouldn't considering it, especially if there isn't any danger other than having to cross. Then just cross it like that. Honestly, even if it's like slow for you, it's better. You don't have to balance on it anyway.
It was my absolute pleasure and honor. Thank you so much.
Wade, huge honor for coming
Thank you
out,
so
man.
much for taking the hits and giving some.
We have something special for you.
Okay.
Man.
Give him the knife. Come on, he earned the vibro blade. He earned the fucking the power knife. Come on.
Because you became harder to kill. And you fucking completed the FTX, your mission.
Yeah.
We give you an honorary Killer Bee patch.
Wow. Would this be like equivalent of a yellow belt in karate?
No, bro. This means.
It's a black belt?
Certified badass.
Damn.
Finally, I wanted to be a badass my whole life.
There you are.
Hey, you made it happen.
Me
Thank
too.
you so much.
Very cool episode. Very nice. All in all, that was cool. Honestly. All right. Very interesting. But also, it made my stream so much shorter because there wasn't many things I had to add. If I'm not going into a huge fucking, what do you call this? Not a tirade, but like the positive word for long talk, right? But yeah, if I wasn't gonna go into an extremely deep dive on that shit, there wasn't a lot I wanted to add, and also there wasn't too many things to criticize, simply because the basis of what we heard is correct. They are more on the right path. So I didn't really have much to say. And yeah, that made the stream fucking shorter. I hate that. That's the only thing that I hate about this. That said, on Saturdays, I don't really just, have a schedule. So it's more like I'll wake up and then I'll stream and then whatever happens, And so in that regard, I guess, that's fine. I can just turn off my stream whenever. But God, now I want my own obstacle course. I'm so jealous. That's so cool to have one of these, like in your backyard, kind of train there. Like, it's cool, But yeah, cool shit. I particularly liked how the guy was able to be so clear in his instructions that were opposite of what he was trying to do, and they were to his detriment because he was instructing his opponent, like Jesse. That was like super interesting. I don't have the clarity to do that, so to me that's like great. And of course, reminding me that very cool way to negotiate like a rope or something exists. That was also very cool. Yeah, all right. All in all, that was entertaining, and I'm glad that I kept that in my backlog to watch with you. That was great. And yeah, and so with that, I only have one video that is in my backlog right now, which is not martial arts related. So next time it's not gonna be about that. But when it comes to martial arts and all that shit, I guess we're back to, after I clear the rest of the backlog, to having my Saturdays being hopefully more about that, in the original sense that I intended, where I might share my thoughts without like any videos to watch or anything. Well, of course, new videos might pop and, they might catch my eye and I might be like, okay, instead we're going to watch this and like kind of like comment on it. That might still happen. But yeah, there's lots of other stuff I want to do on Saturdays, I guess. But no rush. We'll get there. But clearing that backlog is nice. It's important to me. Yeah. Okay. What else do I have to say to you on a Saturday morning? I guess not much really. Pretty cool shit. Yeah, pretty cool shit. I'm gonna throw a like. Oh, that was great actually. Good shit, Jesse. Okay. Yeah. More of those, or actually, you know what? Please less of that and more of weirdness, so I can actually comment. God. But yeah, pretty cool. All right, well, that kind of that's my Saturday stream for you, and there was something other than martial arts I wanted to also talk about, but I can't fucking remember it. It had to do with something that I watched. I'm pretty sure. Sorry, I had to yawn there a bit. Yeah, it was about something I wanted to watch. But or I watched. But I can't fucking remember what. Yeah, I'll let it be for now. I cannot bring it back to my mind. Yeah. All right. And obviously, since we're talking about all that stuff, I did skip working out. Like this last week has been too much for me in many ways. So I kind of like dropped working out for this week. But from next week, I'm gonna resume again. I don't want to let go this time. So yeah, even though I had to take this break, I'm going back to it. So there's that. What else? Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. All Gucci. Thanks for watching. I hope you found it entertaining. And sorry for the absence of any camera these days. These last several streams, it's just that like first I wasn't feeling too much into it because of what's been happening. Let alone the fucking, festive depression that I get. And now also, of course, let alone the mess in my room. But yeah, we'll get there. We'll get back there. I don't want to let go of trying to have my camera on as well. So I'll slowly get back into that as things normalize, let's say, around here. Yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. All right, and for now also, I feel like, I don't feel like doing any sharing of stuff. I think it's because like I've been opening up a lot like recently about stuff in my life, and I think that right now I want to like not dwell on these things, and just again, like I said, I want to allow things to normalize. I can slide back into my safety zone, let's say, into my headspace. So I think for a little while I will not be discussing too much of my real life stuff, if at all. Maybe for the better, maybe for the worse, but like, I go with how I feel, and especially after the last like 2-3 streams where I mentioned some stuff, I feel like I personally, has nothing to do with you, but I personally feel like I should just let things kind of like fall into place, process a few things, and maybe then bring them up again, in retrospect, see how I feel about them, and what I guess learned through them, I would say. But yeah. Other than that, I mean, yeah, that's a nice little update. Like, yeah, especially if we add like the stuff in the intro, like before we went to the martial arts stuff. I think you've had a good update of how things are rolling in my head and around me currently. Yeah. So again, I don't see any reason to bring up stuff, personal stuff, at least for the next few sessions, streaming sessions, let's say. So yeah, I'm gonna focus on, and especially with Skyrim like being around the corner, that's great timing because I would like to focus on that and like just losing myself in there a little bit. That always fucking helped. And streaming it, of course. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you had fun. I did. That was lovely. But um, with that, I'm going to leave you, and I will catch you on Monday with some Guild Wars. Though, yeah, about that. I guess let's talk about that too a little bit because I want to, and maybe that's even what I wanted to talk about initially. But even if it wasn't, I do now. So the thing is, streaming MMOs, I was always like kind of against it, right? Because of my own reasons, which I have shared before. To me, it feels like even though I do enjoy the routine that I have established with like, okay, I'll wake up on a Monday, the reset is gonna be there. I'm gonna do my weeklies. I'm gonna do this and that. There is a few issues that I've been thinking about. Well, the first issue is it's not like, if you can call it gameplay, because I don't think you can, but let's call it gameplay for the sake of this conversation. This is not this gameplay is not indicative of like the kind of fun I'm having in Guild Wars. It doesn't represent it too well. It's simply a comfort stream. But the problem is that I never intended for my Mondays to be comfort streams. To be fair, I never intended them to be like MMO streams. It just kind of happened. Like it went from curiosity to experiment to then complacency and routine, I guess. Still, a lot of people watch it, I guess. A lot by, comparison of my own metrics, not anyone else's, because by anyone else's metrics, that's not a lot of people watching. I'm still grateful as fuck, because by my metrics, that's like a huge fucking audience right there. But I feel I gotta reinvent that shit in a way, because while I can comfortably keep doing it, let's say, it's really just not a part of what I really want to be doing in Guild Wars, or what I really do, which is like, just do stuff with friends and do actual content with friends and talk shit. And when I say talk shit, I mean shoot the breeze, as they say. Just have conversations and make fun, and or have fun. And yeah, that's missing from there, because all I do is like literally my routine, my weekly routine. And you guys, like, remember when I had said that, like, you don't know it, but I'm literally just experimenting, right? And it's interesting for me that despite how I do the same thing week after week after week, Monday after Monday after Monday, you're still watching. You're still like, it somehow either. So I'm thinking either it interests you, or it is a comfort watch as much as it is a comfort stream for me. It's a comfort watch for you, like background noise, maybe because I'm talking during that shit sometimes, or maybe because of the music that I blast sometimes. I don't know, or maybe because it is a routine, right? Routines tend to kind of like lull you, right? Sometimes in a good way, sometimes in a bad way. I think this one is in a good way, but they do tend to lull you, so it's an easy watch, I think. Maybe not the last couple of times, because I was like going deep into my personal things, but I'm talking in general here. But even so, normally when I started streaming, it was it was gonna be that one of the 2 days that I stream is gonna be Skyrim, no matter what, and then the other day would be another game that isn't Skyrim, just so that I don't fucking not burn out, but like overload on Skyrim. When Skyrim left the schedule, so to speak, I had to find something that is stable. And so I thought, why not do that experiment, right? Let me run this MMO that I really like. Let me see what happens. Can this be like a permanent slot or whatever until I run Skyrim again as one of my permanent slots? And after all this time, I have to say, yeah, it could easily be something else, because like it's just my Monday routine. It's not irreplaceable or unique in any way, I don't think. And while at the same time, of course, or forget while, English is hard, and at the same time, it's difficult to coordinate more than one person when it comes to me streaming like content that we do with the guys, with the squad. Okay, it's difficult to get them all at the same time and be like, hey guys, I'm streaming content, let's go and do content. Like, it's difficult for me to do that. It's difficult for them to be able to do that. And especially with one of them right now, looking forward to completing the new Savage raid tier that is dropping in Final Fantasy. They're not going to be around too much. So, it's bad timing to try and show you actual like gameplay or what we actually do in Guild Wars with the squad again. So I'm just thinking, where do I go with this? Where do I fucking go with my Monday slot, which is now Guild Wars 2? What the fuck do I do with that? Because to me, like, yeah, the experiment was a success. You guys keep watching. The Guild Wars videos get a reasonable amount of views on YouTube as well. So as I said, people are watching by my metrics, which are very low. I don't have my bar too high because I'm a fucking small streamer, a noob streamer anyways, and but for my standards or for my caliber, let's say that's good viewership, I guess. And it's not like I hate it. But it does feel like the experiment ran its course as well. I got the answers I wanted. Yes, you are willing to keep watching. Yes, it does work. People do watch MMOs even if all you do is literally the same thing over and over and over and over. That being my morning routine for Guild Wars, my weekly morning routine, let's say. But the problem is, I wanted to be a bit more. I wanted to be a bit like, I wanted to have some gameplay. I wanted to have something, something more spicy. And the problem with that is that, like, I can't fucking control that because it's a fucking MMO. And so the experiment was a success, but the results are bad. Not in viewership, but in, like, I still don't fucking find it interesting to do. I don't hate it. I can keep doing it. But I don't find it interesting. It's like it's for all these issues that I've mentioned before with MMOs, with streaming MMOs, right? It's comfort gaming more than it is actual gaming, And I'm not gonna push myself to go on LFG and all that stuff, or rather, I don't want to start negatively, but how can I say this? God, English is hard, dude. So I don't think you would enjoy it. And the few times that I experimented with that, I didn't get as many views, if I remember correctly. So that's why I'm saying I don't think that you guys enjoy it when I go and do fractals with randoms or when I go do stuff like that. Maybe because of my attitude towards it. And maybe also because I just don't feel comfortable doing that as well, because I fucking hate LFG. So because it's the same, it's the only, not the same, it's the only way for me to do other content since I can't get my guys in there. That creates a problem. So I don't know. I don't fucking know. I guess all I'm trying to say is that when it comes to Guild Wars 2 streaming, I am at an impasse, where to do different content I would have to rely on LFG because my group isn't there. But relying on LFG is kind of trash for me, and it kind of sours my mood because LFG is trash. I'm sorry. I do think it could create some fun moments. It could create some fucking rage bait. I would be rage baiting myself. I don't know if that's fun to watch. Yeah, so I guess what I'm trying to say, TLDR, is I don't know how to continue with that. And I'm not sure I want to continue the way that I'm continuing. I could, right? But it seems to work, metrics-wise. But is that what I wanted it to be, though? It is what I was afraid it was going to be. Because as I've said before, that's the reason I don't stream MMOs. What are you going to stream? The story is done. Raiding is only fun to watch if the guys are either super bad that you're watching or super good, and I'm neither. So it would be just like a very average experience, something that you can get yourself if you just go and play the game. So yeah, an impasse, as I said. I don't know how to continue with that, Now, I'm not saying this is not a long-winded way of saying I'm dropping it and I'm never going to stream Guild Wars again, but it is just a genuine, I guess, call for inspiration and ideas, because honestly, when it comes to MMOs, I don't know what to fucking do anymore. I don't know where to take it, considering the circumstances, It's like, and this will be a bit of whining, I guess. It can come across as whining, but it's not, to put it correctly. But yeah, I'm neither part of a huge group that is like very well known and blah blah, nor am I like a big content creator, nor this nor that, like nothing. So how do I fucking evolve when it comes to streaming an MMO? I don't fucking know. I don't have a clue. That has always been my problem. It's also part of why I don't watch MMO streamers, So it kind of tracks. It's like, yeah, I really don't fucking know what to do. And whenever I've watched an MMO streamer, which is very rare, but sometimes I might go, what are these guys doing that is like so fucking enjoyable? And it doesn't click, It's like, it's the same as me doing my morning routine, like my fucking Monday morning routine for the week. It's the same fucking thing. It's like they do something which usually seems to be some kind of like meta or something else. But like, you've watched these metas like a billion times. You've watched these events a billion times. I think MMO streamers are now more successful, and especially two examples that I know of. So Xeno, right, and then also let's take Laranity. So one of them is for Final Fantasy, and the other one for Guild Wars, respectively. Their streams seem to be more about the personality of the streamer than what is being streamed, and that is great. That is great for them, but for me, I don't have this kind of basis. I don't have this kind of ground or quality of stream, or even the necessary presence or whatever, or the charm or whatnot. Whether you like them or not, you cannot deny that they are charming people, talented in what they're doing. They can steer emotions. They can, whether you hate them or not, it doesn't matter. That's part of them being able to steer emotions, right? So for me, this is like impossible to do. I feel like. Or it would have happened already. You know. Because it's not like yeah, it's not for lack of trying, let's say. Within the caliber that I can try, you know, because I can't really do too much. But yeah. I do think if I had access to a steady, large group where they do play, and it's not hard for me to get together like maybe 5-6 people and do something, I think that would change things probably, or improve things a little bit. But I don't. Most of my, you know, core group, let's say, they play kind of late. I stream kind of early on Mondays. I guess I could change that, but it's not convenient for me at all. So yeah. Like I wouldn't want to be transparent. I wouldn't want to wait for everyone to gather because then it's late for me here in Greece, and then that would result in me streaming 1 or 2 hours, maybe the fractals we're doing. Then I would have to turn off my stream and just, you know, get some fucking rest, you know, wind down, whatever. I'm not a fan of that. I'm a fan of, I mean, you know my streams, right? I'm a fan of like, okay, today is streaming day. I'm gonna wake up when I do, gonna fire up my stream, gonna have a game. I'm gonna like play for like, if I remember to stop, 6 hours, 6-ish. And if I'm enjoying it too much and I forget to stop, that's gonna be like maybe up to 10 hours even. I think once it was also 11 hours. But that's how I like to do this. And I feel like an MMO cannot fucking do this for me. And then there's also the fact that I don't find a lot of things that these streamers do fun, like on a personal level. I mean, there's nothing wrong with you enjoying them. I'm talking about me here. I don't want to do meta trains. I don't want to do like that kind of stuff, you know. And everything that's like instance group content, again, impossible for me for technical reasons. Because of everyone's different times and the fact that I don't have like a whole bunch of people like, you know, on the ready to go on a raid or something. So I'm very limited in what I can do, you know, and what interests me to do. It's just a very bad combination. So what am I really saying? Again, I don't think I will stop streaming it. It's still a comfortable watch, right? I assume. And it is, for me, a comfortable stream because, you know, it's stuff that I would do anyways. So I might as well just fucking stream them. But yeah, I mean, you can tell that I'm struggling because I can't even keep it going for more than like 4 or 5 hours when, you know, I normally am used to streaming like 8 hours. And I'm just wondering because there's also no feedback. There's zero feedback. That's always a nightmare for me. I blame you for that, you know, but in a friendly way. And so I don't really know like where to go with my Guild Wars stream. So there's 2 solutions here. A, I keep going as I'm going. I guess that's the more positive outcome, I suppose, and it has the most benefits, I think. And on a practical level also, because yeah, you guys are amazing because you keep coming back and watching, despite me spilling my fucking guts and talking about my real life and whatnot. You're still coming back. You still find it interesting, even when I wasn't saying anything. Even when I barely speak, you guys are there watching, so it works, I guess, and I like that. And then B option would be just to drop it, just to bite the bullet and be like, okay, yeah, maybe it improves my metrics. Maybe you guys watch it. Maybe I kind of like it. I kind of vibe to it, not necessarily like it, but you know, I'm okay with it. It happens. It's fine. It just rolls, you know. It's comfortable, as I said. That's it. But at the same time, it's just not what I want to do with my streams. Like this kind of idle streaming, just it has its place, but perhaps it's not what I wanted to do when I started streaming. Like this kind of idle thing where you just fire up the MMO and you're like, okay, I'll do this and that, and you know, nothing really changes. And again, it's also not really representative of like the enjoyment I get out of Guild Wars when I'm just with my guys and we're just doing stuff, you know, unhindered by schedules and unhindered by, oh, I'm streaming, but now I'm not streaming and you have to be on my stream. Like, you know. And again, like, I honestly wish I didn't fucking hate LFG so much. In all MMOs, but mostly in fucking Guild Wars. So yeah. So option B would be to just drop it, you know, bite the bullet and be like, hey, I'm dropping that shit. I'm just gonna replace it with something else, you know. And the reason I've been thinking about it is because my Skyrim installation is, again, as I've been saying today, it's almost done now. Hopefully, at least in theory, it's almost done now. So it's around the corner, like it's rearing its ugly head over me. So that's gonna be a slot for sure. And then I was thinking, if that's a slot, if that's like, let's say, if that's my Monday or my Tuesday, which it will be, because I fucking love streaming that shit. I absolutely fucking love it. That's how I started fucking streaming, right? That's why I started streaming. Let's stream modded Skyrim. Or rather, a huge reason for it. Then that leaves one day free, which would be probably like stuff like Hollow Knight that I'm playing, or other single player stuff that is in Skyrim. So where does Guild Wars or any other MMO, you know, streaming MMOs actually fit into that? And that's why I was thinking, is it really worth it? Is it really worth considering it? Hence the question, you know, today. Like, hence why I bring it up. And what kills me is that normally I would ask you guys, you know, but you guys are fucking you're fucking you're not talkative, are you? You're very silent. And so I don't fucking know what you would prefer. I can't there's nothing to base on for either decision, stopping or continuing with Guild Wars. I guess I have to go with my gut instinct, you know. What does my instinct tell me? Nothing right now. Nothing. Legitimately, that's the problem. I have no clear like image as to which of the two decisions would be better, right? And yeah, in the end, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Sure, you know, it's my stream. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Doesn't matter if it hurts the stream or whatever. Because I'm also like streaming for myself most of all. Like, you know, end of the day, as much as I love you guys and I love that you're like giving my videos like on YouTube like maybe 10 views, 20 views, and like, you know, Twitch is telling me that my streams get like 50 views, 40 views, 30 views. These are good numbers for me, you know, being a tiny little streamer. I still, you know, as much as I love that, I still stream for myself. So I would, if I decided, I won't hesitate to just drop Guild Wars out of the out of my streaming schedule, such as that is, of course. But yeah, I gotta think about that. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. And I have to wonder, right? I have to wonder, like, even with your goodwill and your like generosity of giving me your views, for how long are you gonna be watching me playing Guild Wars the way that I do currently? You know, every Monday, like the reset, and then that's it. Like, for how long would you do that, right? you can't do that for years and years. I assume, at least. I don't fucking. Again, I have no way of knowing anymore, or to begin with, rather. So I don't fucking know what I'll do. I guess when the time comes and Skyrim is filling one of my streaming slots, I guess that would be the time to decide. Like, do I keep Guild Wars in some capacity? Do I keep doing it? But I have to be honest, though. I have to be fucking honest. If I have a side game like Killing Antidote, maybe sometimes Hollow Knight, or some other single player game that surfaces and I manage to get my hands on. And then I also have Skyrim. That's already like my streaming week. That's already like Monday, Tuesday done. Where would I stick Guild Wars? You know? So that's the grim reality of it. Because just streaming my routine to you doesn't fucking scratch my streaming itch, you know? And it doesn't like provoke my creativity. The only challenge every time that this gives me is how do I make this day different, this Monday different than any other Guild Wars Monday? Usually it's the yapping, right? Because I'll yap about this, I'll yap about that, whatever. But is that even enough? Like, to justify it being there, as opposed to like maybe another game, like maybe a single player one that like has some story, has something to it, more engaging. I don't fucking know. I gotta think about it though, for sure. I wish, you know, I wish it was one of these times where I wish I was like a huge streamer, only because, and literally only because, then I could maybe post a poll somewhere, and then even statistically, some of you would answer. I would be like, yeah, no, continue doing it, you know, and I would have like a clear, like, metric, let's say, like what's happening there. But no, you are silent and discreet, you know, as much as you are lovely. But yeah, that doesn't help me. That doesn't help me understand what you would prefer. That's where we're starting with Guild Wars now, you know. And again, like in terms of gameplay, I think it's exhausted, right? I would risk saying, you know, and it's a risk because I risk sounding a bit vain, I guess, right? But maybe I would say that like the only reason that you're watching this Guild Wars 2 streams is because you like the yapping, right? But again, how would I fucking know? I can't know. For all I know, you guys fucking hate me or something. Well, you're hate watching. For all I know, you know, just to show you that like I really just don't have any fucking input to go off on, right? It's you know, it's sometimes it's frustrating, I have to say. Sometimes it's fucking frustrating. Because with other games, with other games I don't give a shit. It's like I like the game, that's what you're getting. That's what I'm gonna stream, that's what you're gonna get. Easy. There's no discussion to be had. But when it comes to MMOs, it's like, or something as passive as streaming an MMO, I'm out of ideas, so it's up to you. And you know, that's a problem because there is no you. There's nothing. You know, you don't say anything, so it's kind of fucked. Anyway. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I guess it was like very long-winded, but I needed to get it off my chest about streaming MMOs in general. Like, yeah, okay, that was the experiment. Can I do it? Yes, I can. But like, is it worth it? Is it doing anything for me? Is it, you know, would these people that are watching every Monday watch me no matter what I would stream every Monday? And if so, why am I even like streaming Guild Wars? See what I mean? It's like it's difficult to gauge. Very difficult. Well, I'll decide when the time comes. Again, like Skyrim is around the corner, and that's when I'll decide. That's when I'll have like one of my 2 weekly streaming slots like absolutely devoted to it, and that's when I'll have to decide what the other slot is gonna be. But for now, it's just talking about it, just thinking right now. All right, well, that's that. I just had to share that. We'll see what happens. Don't take it as 100% she's gonna drop it, or don't take it as she's keeping it 100%. I don't fucking know, my guys. I don't know. You're not helping, and as ungrateful as that sounds, you're not helping. By not like communicating, I guess. But you can feel good with yourselves because you are helping me in other ways. Like you're there, you're watching. Maybe only for like 5 minutes, but still it's a watch. So you're helping with that. So that's great of you. I was just strictly referring to feedback. That kind of thing. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing weekend. I'll catch you on Monday, Guild Wars, and then Tuesday, Hollow Knight. And yeah, I'll keep you posted for Skyrim. You will definitely know it when I'm ready to start streaming Skyrim, because I will fucking have a mini celebration at that point. That's how eager I am to fucking stream that thing. Yeah, I'll catch you then, okay? I'll catch you on Monday.